In triathlon, it all kicks off with the swim. So it's not a surprise that this can cause fear in many beginner athletes.
That's right, but learning a few simple skills can give you a lot more confidence in the water, and they're not that hard to grasp. So today we're here at the Best Swim Centre in Mallorca, and we've picked out 5 essential skills for you to master. First up, we've got breathing. Now we do this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but suddenly it seems so hard once we get into the water. A big mistake is to take a big breath and then hold it until you're next. But what this does is it actually creates a lot of tension in your upper body and changes your technique and your body position in the water. Oddly, holding a big breath will actually make you more desperate for air. This is due to the CO2 or carbon dioxide buildup in your lungs and muscles. So once you've taken a breath, you should start exhaling underneath the water. This should be a constant stream of bubbles, and make sure you fully exhaled underneath the water. Otherwise, this leaves you a short window to exhale and inhale when you rotate your head. Sinking mushrooms, or sink downs, aren't just for kids to have fun doing. They're a great way of practicing this trickling of your breath and water confidence. Take a breath and curl into a ball. Now start to exhale. You should start to sink. Keep exhaling and aim to touch the bottom, then come up again. Practice this a few times through.
Mastering the tumble turn can save a lot of time and effort, and it's not actually as tricky as you might think. Essentially, it's just a somersault with a push off the wall. So a great place to start is by practicing pushing off the wall into a somersault. And once you've mastered that, you can progress this by taking a few strokes and then into your somersault, making sure that you keep your head tucked in and your chin as close to your chest as possible. And now you're ready to start doing the somersault towards the wall. As you build your confidence, start turning closer to the wall. Using the T on the bottom of the pool is a great guide for starting the somersault. And when you're ready, you can introduce the push-off. Just make sure you keep your head tucked in throughout the whole tumble turn. Drafting is essentially free speed by using another swimmer to help you swim faster. So you can either draft off their hip by swimming in their wake that they create, or you can follow their feet in a way very similar to drafting on a bike. Drafting on the hip requires swimming quite close to the other swimmer. So before you start trying this on a random public swimmer, perhaps ask a friend instead. I suggest breathing towards the other swimmer so that you know where they are. Your head should be in line with their hip or just above, and you want to get as close as you can without touching or hindering the other swimmer. Drafting on the feet is quite straightforward, but to get an effective draft, you should be close enough that you're almost touching their feet. Even being just 30 centimetres off the feet will reduce the amount of draft that you can get.
Sighting in the open water sounds like an easy skill, but you'll be surprised how much energy you can waste by doing it badly. If you lift your head out too much, your feet will sink, acting a bit like a brake. So every time you sight, you'll lose speed and then have to work hard to get that speed back up again. Ideally, you want to sight by just lifting your eyes out of the water. This means you should still breathe to the side as you normally would, but you fit the sighting into your stroke just before you breathe. As you push down at the front of the stroke, lift your eyes out and sight the buoys ahead, then breathe to the side. With a little practice, you can make this smooth and seamless.
So if you're a triathlete that usually can't wait for the swim to be over, these 5 essential swimming tips will make a significant difference. Now, to see more from GTN, don't forget you can subscribe by clicking on the globe.
And to see an essential triathlon skills video, just click below.
And to see a video on swimming skills, click here.